In this slide, we are going to see extreme events and how do they occur as a result of impact of climate change. We have seen biggest impacts of climate change come from the changes in frequency and intensity of extreme events. But climate change is only one of the contributors, as extreme events are stochastic. By stochastic, we mean that they are random in time. So, for example, extreme heat waves are magnified when added on top of long-term warming. Also, strong coastal storms can combine with sea level rise to generate extreme sea events. So, till now, it was very difficult to determine quantitatively the extent to which climate change is playing a role in an extreme event. But in response to this requirement, now a new branch of climate science, this branch is known as extreme event attribution science, has started, and it has given us a capability to quantify the contribution of climate change to extreme events. This is a very important concept from the examination point of view. You can be asked about this climate extreme event attribution science. Now, coming to extreme event attribution analysis, it basically uses three sources of information. So, the first technique uses a statistical analysis of historical climate. This observation can analyze statistically to determine the likelihood that an observed extreme event occurring today would have occurred prior to human-induced warming. So, this statistical analysis is performed. This type of analysis usually can't tell whether an observed phenomenon was caused by global warming or by something else because correlation does not prove causality. Then the second technique, it focuses on understanding of physics of phenomenon. So, in a warmer world, it would be obvious to expect to get more frequent heat waves. So, these connections add to our confidence that climate change is a factor in the occurrence of heat waves. So, for other things also, the frequency of tornadoes, this understanding helps to assess the impact of temperature increase on the extreme events. Then the third understanding is the use of computer simulations, which are known as GCMs. Now, these evaluate frequency and intensity of extreme events. These can be run with and without the increase in these simulations run with and without the increase in greenhouse gases, and the impact of climate change is quantified in different scenarios. So, for example, in the example of heat wave, if we find that a heat wave with a particular characteristic of observed event rarely or never occur in the world without climate change, but it occurs in a world with climate change, it increases our confidence that climate change was a reason in the event. Then these attribution studies are carried out for most extreme weather events around the world. So, to summarize this slide, you need to understand that what is the impact of climate change on extreme events and how the cause of extreme event can be attributable to the temperature rise, and for that there are different sources of information which include statistical analysis of the historical climate, then understanding the physics of the phenomenon, and also using computer simulations to evaluate the frequency and intensity of extreme events.